Oh, shots fired, shots fired.
All right, dude, we're gonna go find this motherfucker.
Cars on the ground.
These are moments when officers faced off with cold-blooded cop killers. Meet 33-year-old Jeremy Smith, who on March the 15th of 2024 was parked on the side of the road with mechanical issues when Officer Justin Hare pulled in behind him to offer some help. The officer did not exit his vehicle, but Jeremy approached the passenger side of the patrol unit to speak to him.
Six taking care of B97. Hey, bud.
Got a flat tire. You can help me?
What are you needing?
Just a tire. I need a ride to the store. You give me there.
Okay, I can get you back to town real quick, but nobody's open tonight.
Well, that's fine. I'll get in town. I just haven't come back and get the car.
Okay, go ahead and go to the front of my car real quick. I'll meet you up there real quick.
Officer Hare would never get the chance to get out of the car, though, as in the next instant, Jeremy pulled out a gun and shot the officer in the neck without warning or provocation. But Jeremy wasn't finished there. He shoots him once again in the head before pushing the dying officer over into the passenger seat, getting behind the wheel, and taking off in his patrol unit. He then got behind the wheel and drove a few miles with Officer Hare still in the car, before laying him on the side of the road and continuing his getaway. As Jeremy reached dangerous speeds, he didn't know that the emergency beacon inside Officer Hare's unit had been activated, and that there were already other units at the scene and searching for his vehicle.
Hare would have been behind. He said he was walking on the road, bro. Tony.
We're gonna have to keep pushing, yeah. Let's go. An exit, he's 10-7, 10-7. Get all units here now. Get here. Brother, hey brother, here. 961 Norcom, I need a 55 now. It's okay, brother. The frontage road, I don't know the exact mile marker, but it's directly right off the frontage road to 311.
Hare, we're here, bro. Keep fighting, bro.
Let's go, brother.
Give up, dude. Let's go.
Look for that motherfucker now, dude. Is he still? All right, dude, we're gonna go find this motherfucker. All right.
Someone, we gotta hold this scene.
This guy.
Who's gonna hold the scene? We need somebody to stay here.
Hey, have Schaefer. Where's have him stay 97.
EMTs would desperately attempt to save his life, but the 35-year-old officer sadly passed away not long after arriving at the hospital. And meanwhile, others were attempting to catch up to his patrol unit, but before they could catch Jeremy, he crashed the unit into a tree and fled on foot out of sight.
So we have no way of saying if he was last driving this vehicle.
No idea, bro. I mean, obviously it wouldn't be Hare, but I saw him, dude. He saw me and he booked it on the freaking bridge. So Faith, you might be around.
Yeah, I checked that whole area where that car was, but I didn't see anything.
No blood or anything on there, bro?
Jeremy remained on the run for the next 2 days until a gas station attendant notified police that they'd interacted with a man who matched his description, and within minutes the area was surrounded by cops who then located Jeremy walking on Unser Boulevard, but as soon as he spotted them, he took off running.
Here, truck's on. He's running. Get over here, bro! He's running westbound. He's running westbound.
You're running westbound. 254.
Units on that west side. Maintain your perimeter. Maintain your perimeter.
That way. In the backyard of the Toyota hospital. He's done that traveling was. Shots fired.
He's this way.
Just West 3464.
10-4, Lincoln 3, shot fired. Come here, bro.
Before Jeremy could round the corner, the officers fired on him several times, causing him to collapse on the ground a few feet away from where he was taken into custody. Jeremy was transported to the hospital and then directly to jail to face punishment for what he'd done. Ultimately, Jeremy would be hit with federal charges for discharge of a firearm during and in relation to a crime of violence and carjacking resulting in death, for which he could earn the death penalty. But the next suspect wouldn't make it to jail after coldly executing not one, but 2 officers.
Just put your phones on the ground. Whoa, we're not doing that. You're under arrest.
On March the 8th of 2022, police received this 911 call reporting 40-year-old Anthony Felix for causing a disturbance at a store.
Joplin 911, where's your emergency?
Hi, we have a guest. I work at the Buckle. We're at our new location, 405 Geneva Avenue. We have a guest who is threatening one of my other teammates, and he is about to get physical because he's all up in his face right now.
Is it a white male, black male, Hispanic male?
White male. He has a face mask on, camo. Wearing a leather jacket. He's wearing a leather jacket. He has a red hat on, tan in the back. He just left, but he was getting very aggressive towards my teammates. He's walking towards target at the moment.
Officer Jake Reed responded to the North Park Crossing Shopping Center, followed by Corporal Benjamin Cooper, and confronted Anthony in the parking lot. While he initially seemed cooperative, the officers had no idea just how violent and dangerous that Anthony really was.
How are you?
I'm all right.
Right on. You know I'm talking to you?
Yeah, they got a problem in there.
Okay, what's going on?
No,
They called us in case you didn't know.
Oh, I know they called you.
Okay.
I told them I'll be right there.
Okay.
Like they tripping in there, but they told me to leave and I left. I ain't got no problem with them, but they don't even talk like that.
What happened?
I just asked for customer service, you know what I mean? I was checking out some jeans so I could buy it, and the lady grabbed them on my hand.
Which store?
At that store Buckle right there.
Okay.
And I wasn't even doing nothing. Like I wasn't even like. She just grabbed them on my hand and shit. And I'm like, what the hell?
I don't
understand.
understand.
Okay.
What do you mean?
It's all good. I don't know. It ain't no big deal. Like I'm good with them. Like I'm already at the store. I'm good.
Okay. Do you have your ID on you, man?
My name's Anthony Raymond Felix. I don't have no ID.
Okay. Have a seat for me.
What for?
Because I told you to.
Again,
So they just grabbed your hand because you didn't get customer service or
They
something?
didn't grab my hand. They grabbed the jeans and stuff. I mean, I don't even know what the hell's wrong with them. I was trying to get the number, and I got mad because they grabbed the stuff out my hand. So I was yelling at them like, what the hell's wrong with you? I want customer. I want your superior's hotline.
Okay. Do you have any ID on you at all?
No, but you guys have me in your system, Anthony Raymond Felix.
and he came in on the girl's side and beamlined for the $180 jeans. He didn't walk around acting like he was just looking around.
Gotcha.
He was not. And then he grabbed all an assortment of a pile of jeans, which none of them were even the same size.
Yeah.
Which is also sketchy.
Oh, yeah.
So then, as he grabbed them, he was starting to walk towards the front of the store. I was like, oh, what else can I find? He's like, oh, I don't know. I'm just going to look around. And I was like, oh, well, I'll take those jeans off your hands and hold them at the counter while you keep looking. And he got really offensive.
Yeah.
And he started beamlining towards the front. And so then I grabbed him. I grabbed the stack of denim out of his hands. And then he goes, what the f***? That's bad customer service. Let me talk to your manager. And I said, well, I'm actually the manager in charge right now. And then he started cussing at me, called me a cunt.
Okay.
Blah, blah, blah.
Was he like yelling it at you in the middle of the store?
Oh, yeah.
Megan, do you want to pursue charges? Sounds like you definitely have peace disturbance what he was saying to you.
I would, because I don't want him back in the store.
Okay.
Seeing as the establishment wished to press charges, Anthony was going to be placed under arrest so that he could be taken to the station and processed. But when the officers tried, Anthony immediately became hostile and began to resist.
That far. Will you stand up for me and put your phones down, please?
For what?
Just put your phones on the ground.
For what?
Whoa. We're not doing that. You're under arrest.
For what? For what? For what? No, for what though? No, just tell me for what though? Why are you arresting me? Why? Well, tell me why you're arresting me.
Stop.
Okay, hold on. It's wrong, sir. I didn't do nothing wrong though. Look, you just can't just come up and arrest me for nothing. For what though? For what for?
Officer Reed's body camera fell off right before the chaos ensued, and Anthony pulled out a handgun, shooting Corporal Cooper in the shoulder. Officer Reed returned fire but narrowly missed before being shot twice by the suspect, one bullet hitting him in the head. After the officer fell to the ground, Anthony turned his attention back to the corporal, callously executing him with a shot to the back of the head before stealing his cruiser and fleeing the scene.
See him, O'Reilly's on range line. In Chili's parking lot. Come on, back on range line, heading south. Heading down 50. Taking a right, Campbell Parkway.
Back off him.
Unit 2460.
Back tire completely off, he's rolling on it.
Slow down. Take a breath.
Now driving a disabled cruiser, Anthony proceeded to fire several shots directly into the officer's windshield. One bullet struck an officer's headrest, where his head would have been if he hadn't bent over at the exact moment to use the radio.
Doing 30 down Campbell Parkway. Are you good? Shots fired! Shots fired! Shots fired!
Are you?
Shot fired.
He's off road. He's going behind the house. The blue house right there. Let's drop this faster. location.
Anthony then ran to the next street over and stole a white minivan, but Officer Rick Hershey intercepted him with his cruiser, blocking him in. Several other officers would follow, surrounding the van before a shootout ensued.
White male, black jacket, black hair. He's trying to get into a van here.
Before being shot by the officers, Anthony fired several rounds into Officer Hershey's windshield, striking him once in the face. The officer was then rushed to the hospital while Anthony was pronounced dead on the scene. And by the end of the encounter, the officer had survived, but Officer Reed and Corporal Cooper had lost their lives, and the two officers who were chasing Anthony narrowly escaped without injury. That was certainly a close call for the corporal, but not as close as this next case where a suspect snatched an officer's firearm. On January the 16th of 2024, officers were called to an apartment where 39-year-old Melvin Butler had allegedly attacked his mother, causing a head injury.
Melvin! Hi, Melvin? Yeah. I'm police officer Brennan. I'm working in the 73rd precinct. Mind if I come in and speak with you? I'm sorry? I would rather not speak to a door. Mind if I come in? Melvin? Mind if we come in? Or do you want to step out?
I don't know what's in regards to.
Well, can we come in and speak to you, or do you want to step out and speak in the hallway? It's up to you.
I don't, it's like, I don't know why it's like so many of y'all.
There's not that many of us.
How many of y'all are there?
You said what?
How many?
There's a couple of us. Not that many of us. You open the door? Let's go. You want to answer that happened today, or?
Alright, man. So, I said you guys had a bit of a disagreement today. Alright? I guess. Just keep your hands out of your pocket for me. Okay. Alright. I guess at some point she fell, hit her head, she got a little bit of pain in her head. So for right now, what we're going to do is we're going to remove you from the situation. We're going to go back to the precinct while she gets checked out, make sure she's okay, and go from there, okay?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay. So what I'm going to just say now is I'm going to ask you to turn around and put your hands behind your back, okay?
That's not, we can step out.
Okay, but we're not stepping out now.
Yeah.
All right? So can you do me a favor and just put your hands behind your back and turn around for me? Listen, right now what you have is, she said something happened, push, she has a little bit of headache. That's minor, it's a misdemeanor, it's nothing. You're on camera, you're with us. If you don't cooperate and resist, that becomes a whole nother thing. That's on camera, that's obvious. Right now you have a he said, she said.
You can step out for a second.
Don't make this hard. Don't make this harder than it has to
Step out for a second.
We can't step out of that. Okay?
Yeah, well, I mean, I should. Don't grab. Look, let me get my.
No, we talk.
I got you.
During the altercation, Melvin had managed to unholster the primary officer's weapon and began shooting wildly around the room as the officer tried to restrain him. In the fray, one officer was shot in the left hand and another in the right thigh, and they and Melvin were rushed to the hospital moments later, and following treatment, Melvin was booked into jail on a list of charges including attempted murder of a police officer in the first degree, assault in the second degree, criminal possession of a weapon in the second degree, and robbery in the third degree. Unfortunately, this next mother-son dispute took a much darker turn after the suspect had tried to rip an officer's fingers off. On January the 30th of 2022, officers were requested at a home where a woman had stated that she and her son, 20-year-old Deonte Quarles Jr, were having a dispute and that he'd locked them both inside of her bedroom. Since she wouldn't be able to open the door for them, she gave the officers permission to force entry upon arrival.
County police! County police!
People, what are you calling? Steve, when you're ready, are you calling?
Where you at? Is he armed? Let me see your hands. Get on the ground now. Get on the ground right now. Hands behind your back. Don't move. You're gonna get tased. Get on the ground right now. Get on the ground. Come on.
Deonte lunged at Officer Ricci and hit him multiple times in the face before being taken to the ground, and he apparently wasn't done with the officer, as when he attempted to rejoin the scuffle, Deonte tried to bite the officer's fingers off.
I'm getting a skip. Are you okay?
Service 1 unit. Stop playing! Goddamn! Get your my finger off! Shoot the fuck! Shoot him! God! No! God damn!
Officer Ricci had lost consciousness and was soon after rushed to the hospital. Deonte, on the other hand, succumbed to his injuries and would be pronounced dead at the scene. This next officer is perhaps the luckiest to be alive after being fired on by a suspect at close range.
I'm not. Finna shoot your way. Don't shoot.
On December 8th of 2021, family members of 40-year-old Antoine Hill contacted the police, stating that he was trying to get into their apartment. Officer Andrew Ash responded, and as he entered the breezeway of the apartment building, Antoine was standing right inside, acting rather strangely.
Can I receive what you have? Okay, put it down on the ground.
When the officer finally convinced Antoine to show what he had in his pocket, he produced a handgun, prompting the officer to slowly back out of the building, but the suspect never intended on letting him go.
Wait, y'all, wait! You're a rookie. You're a rookie. You're a rookie. You're a rookie. Go. Okay, stay right there. Do not move. Stay right there. Just stay over there.
Please, sir. Please. Please. Please don't do that.
73, I gotta go. Gun. I'm not doing anything. Look, I'm not doing. Don't shoot. Don't shoot. I'm not.
Finna shoot your ass.
Don't
finna shoot your. Don't. Drop the gun.
I don't have it. Look. I don't have it. I don't have it.
Shots fired, shots fired. The guy has a gun over here. Isabella. I'm okay, but I need backup.
The bullet narrowly missed Officer Ash as he fell to the ground, at which point Antoine fled into his family member's apartment and barricaded himself inside. What followed would be a 5-hour-long standoff, at the end of which Antoine surrendered peacefully. He was then transported to the Oklahoma County Jail and booked on charges of felony pointing a firearm and possession of a firearm by a felon. If you enjoyed this video, watch this one and don't forget to subscribe.